before we start talking.
I don't see you.
Not yet.
I know, there's always a lag.
All right, we're live.
I see it.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to the weekly Tuesday read-in, the only read-in happening for the Kindle Clear Out, I think, that's planned at least so far. So I hope everyone's doing good on their TBRs. I'm not. I have already broken rules.
There are no rules, Izzy. There are no rules.
I felt like such a bad participant. I'm like, I'm returning books and downloading different ones.
It's fine.
It's cheating, but it's not. All the numbers equal out, so it's not, I guess. But
You're reading on your Kindle. That was
You're
the
just
only
not
thing.
clearing out. You're just keeping at.
Just rotating.
I did. No, I
One
did
in, one
actually
out.
went through and updated stuff that wasn't marked as read that I did read or I
Right.
DNF. So that
Nice.
way my count went down and everyone can stop yelling at me for how many unread books I have. Fine. I've
That's-
only read one book for it too, to be good. You're good. Yeah, one book.
Right.
So let's go around and talk about what we are all going to read tonight.
Right.
Crystal, you want to be first?
That way, my count went down and everyone can stop. Yeah. I'm sorry.
Okay.
I am going to read. I was trying to decide because I just finished Sword Bay.
Yes.
Title just left my brain. So
Duke by default.
Duke by default. I think I'm going to read How to Love a Duke in 10 Days or Desperate Measures.
Yay!
Desperate Measures.
Ooh.
Get dirty with it.
Might save that for later. Probably just do How to Love a Duke.
My Barnes and Noble didn't have Scott and Bothered. I have to wait. I'm annoyed.
That's disappointing.
Jen, what are you reading?
All right, what am I going to do? I opened an arc that's called Love and Other Disasters by Carrie. I don't have the name in front of me, but that's an arc that I need to get read. But I will probably go back to reading the other series that I want to be reading instead. But I'm going to try. I'm going to give this like 10 minutes. And then I might go back to Queen Takes Queen because I want to read that.
Kayla?
I am about 80% through Say Yes to the Marquess by Tessa Dare, book 2 in the
How do you
Castles
say
Ever
that?
After. Okay, so I would say Marquis just because that's how I heard it on the book Neverwhere by Neil Gaiman. But then in the romance community, everyone says Marquess or
Marquess is how I
Marquess
would
or
pull it.
Marquette. Yeah.
Yeah.
I get yelled at every time I say any of these things wrong in my comment section,
Yeah.
and I'm like, don't care.
Yeah, I've heard it all 3 ways on audiobooks. So I don't know. No judgment here, but it's really good. I still love book 1 more, I
I
think.
love one so much.
Yes.
So do I. But it's really good. So hopefully I should finish that tonight.
Yeah, I should be finishing the arc that I'm reading. I'm reading Well Played by Jen DeLuca. It's the second book in that series, the Fair series. I am almost done. I'm like on 76% or something like that. So very close.
I am
you
reading
liking
an arc.
Oh, sorry.
It's I have thoughts.
Okay. All right, that's why I asked. I knew that Jen had thoughts, so I was like, I have to know if Bree also have thoughts, and where do I sit? Okay, I'm gonna wait for my library. Cool.
I like it, but there are things about it that made me angry. I'll just say that.
That's fair.
Oh, neither did Jess. Okay, cool. I'm waiting for the library to come through with that one. All right, Sarah, sorry for cutting you
No,
off.
that's okay. I am reading a e-arc as well. A Little Country Christmas by, Carolyn Brown, AJ Pine, Rochelle Allers, and Hope Ramsey, I think. I'm on the second story now. I'd like to get it finished by tomorrow so I can have it for my September numbers. But I am going to try it on the on my Kindle Fire text to speech.
Okay,
So
cool.
Steph told me how to do it, so I'm going to see if I can make it work.
I'm just impressed you remembered all
So
of
I
those
can knit a
authors.
sock at the same time. I want to knit today.
Yeah, I just don't know how you remembered all the authors because I'd be like, I don't know. It's a whole bunch of them.
There's authors.
All right, we're gonna read for 40 minutes, which means we will be done at 8:15, and then we'll chat about what we read. and Jen can come yell about sexy vampires.
The huge.
The huge.
And dragons and other things.
Yes. So I'll mute and we'll go read.
Right.
Oh, and I have no idea what I'm reading. I don't think I shared that. So
No, you
Just last week. All right.
Woohoo!
So how was everyone's reading? Kayla, did you read it all?
Sorry. No, I got some reading in. My husband just came home and we're just like, da-da-da-da-da-da-da.
No, I looked up and I was like, is she even reading or she
I did. I read a chapter.
coming out?
And it, because like all the dirty talk was happening, I was like, ooh. And then my husband came home and I was like, ooh. But yeah, I looked up and it was like 7:15.
Wait
And
till
I
the
was
watch
like,
show's over, okay?
okay.
Leave me alone. I love that Heather has not broken the rules unlike
They
the
weren't-
rest of us.
We made a
Wow.
readathon to help us out. If we choose not
What
to
are
be
vampire socks?
helpful, that's our own problem.
What are vampire socks?
Yes.
The
Yeah,
colorway
sure.
is called Vampire Vibes.
I
Yeah,
like
we're
those.
Okay, cool.
Oh, I love it.
Those are awesome.
Anybody want to talk about what they read, what they're thinking of it?
Call it vampire.
Loving it, hating it?
So I decided to
Good.
start Duke I Tempted
I
instead of.
finished mine.
I loved it.
Mhm.
Ooh.
Yeah,
Super good.
continue. Sorry,
I
I,
have to read
blabber
that
a lot.
as
You just cut me off anytime.
Go ahead, Bree.
I've been
Oh, me?
Yeah.
yeah, though.
So I finished the book and I'm so disappointed. I think because I had such high hopes for the hero because I thought there was going to be a lot of pining in it. Like he's been holding this torch for her, but he just freaking ruined it by not having any self-esteem.
Yeah. This one needed that book needed
So
dual
sad.
POV
I was
real
very
hard.
excited.
Because when you have
Yes,
someone with that character, you need to know why they're doing it. Like you need to know why they're doing it. And I don't know anything that he's
But
I
also for the length of time that he did it. Like,
yes.
and then when she sees him and confronts him about it, he keeps lying. And I'm like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
Very sad.
Yeah. I skimmed
I read-
I said in it, I wasn't gonna forgive him. So
Mhm.
anyway.
I went with The Roommate by Brandy Bush, which is like a super smutty about a roommate and her roommate's parents hooking up.
Yeah.
So it's good. I was like, oh, okay, we went right to the dirty. I try not to read like those scenes during these. I'm like, what if I turn bright red? We're good. We were good. But I was like, oh boy, I didn't expect smut that fast. So you want a quick and dirty book.
Yeah, I heard it's really dirty and really good.
Yeah, I'm enjoying it. It's very good.
I want a full book out of I wanted a full book out of that one so bad. Like
I
It's
can
not full length?
appreciate it's like 60 pages.
Oh,
Yeah.
shit.
well, because it's like a holiday thing, right? Because she comes
Yeah.
home for the holiday with them. So
Mhm.
It makes
She's home
sense.
for Christmas.
I'm just like
I wouldn't have guessed. I just thought it was a regular.
Nope, it's just like a quick smutty novella.
it's confusing because The Roommate by Rosie Dannon also came out.
Yeah, that's
I'm
what I
reading
Yes,
that.
it's confusing.
Super pumped.
Maybe I'm thinking that.
You
Yeah.
might
I
be.
was like, I didn't know it was about parents. and
No, the
stuff.
Brandy Bush novella came out a few months back. It was talked about a bunch
Mhm.
because it was a menage situation.
Yes, and I'm always looking for more menages to read. So
Thank God we have Katie Robertson.
hey, for real. Sarah, how was your reading? How was Alexa?
Yeah.
You know what? I didn't mind it. I was able to try and ignore the roboticness of it. But I mean, I know like Rochelle Allers and I'm pretty sure AJ Pine, they can get pretty smutty. And I'm thinking, hey, where's this going to go? So the first story by Carolyn Brown was like totally like my grandmother would have read it in church kind of an idea. And then the second story, they're starting to get it on, and I'm like, yes. And then it's like fade to black. I'm like, what the hell is this? Throw me a bone. Come on, people.
Yeah.
The blue bulb, yeah.
I get so sad when it fades to black or doesn't happen.
Mhm.
I know.
Ooh.
It's like the next morning their coffee was cold, and I'm like, yeah, but what happened?
Details.
Yeah, right?
Well, because like so much could happen. Like
clearly-
it could have been like just foreplay, or did they go all the way? Like you
Right?
don't know.
Right?
You know,
Oh. So I feel like this anthology is definitely going to be clean, which is fine. It's fine. But when I'm expecting something and it's not there, it's like, oh, that's
Yes.
really
Especially towards the end.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
like waiting for the payoff. I mean, if I get to 50% and they're not doing it yet, or like some sort of initiation, I'm like, what's happening?
Mhm.
I'm just picturing you shutting the book and tossing it over your shoulder.
Yeah.
I've done it
What is
before.
the point?
Fade to Black at the very end. What was it? It was Tall, Dark, and Texan by Jodie Thomas.
Yes.
Which normally her books are kind of like medium steam. Like, I think it depends on the series. Like there's a little bit of foreplay and then Fade to Black on the very last page. And I threw that book. Oh, I was so mad.
Oh, snap.
Yeah.
Nope.
The very last page.
You
Oh.
deserve a warning for a book like that. Like, I feel like the author should say, hey, this book isn't going to have sex in it, and you're going to be upset. Go.
It's like a content warning. We need a content warning when there's not.
I'm gonna start putting content warnings.
This book is not steamy at all.
Yeah.
This is
need
why we
to-
rely on Steph's Steam fan.
Exactly. We need
I do.
fans printed on all the books.
That needs to be
Yes.
an industry standard or something.
Yes, Steph the industry standard.
Ooh, I have some of those.
So it looks like if anybody in the chat is having issues, try refreshing. I don't know what's going on. That stuff's cutting in and out, unfortunately. But does anybody have recommendations for On the Run?
Yeah.
Like running?
Well, like you're hiding from someone.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you're just running.
Not athletic. Not track.
Like running.
Good track and field romance.
You know, you're on your second lap, you meet a guy, it happens.
I don't know Boundless Book Owl if you like Mafia at all, but there's one called Bullseye by L.L. Ash that is on the run from the Mafia book. That's really good.
I just read a novella last night that was a little short 2-page on the run, Tycoon by Joanna Shoup,
Yeah.
on a train.
Ooh.
It was
Five.
good.
I love Tycoon. Tycoon is such a good book.
I
Book
love it so
five.
much.
In Victorian Rebels is I can't see because I have a light in my face, but she was a train robber and she has to run away to Scotland to escape. It's book 5 in the Victorian Rebels, and I can't read from here.
Whiteout by Adriana Anders is romantic suspense, and they're on the run from the bad people who want the virus.
Mm-hmm.
That was a really fun book. I'm trying to think. I feel like
Scott Bed's his wife. That's what. Sorry.
okay.
No.
I know I've read a bunch, just nothing's popping up into my head.
Right?
Like
So
there's a
we're
ton
putting
in
it
the
in fiction.
in the Harlequin intrigue line.
There's a ton, and I'm blanking.
Yeah. I haven't read too many. I mean, because I feel like On the Run's a little different than like Road Trip.
Oh, it's very much different, yeah.
That's true.
I'm typing up Tycoon. Shoot, that way they can.
Yeah.
Shannon wants a track and field romance.
Got the ideas. Every live show, man.
I got it. I got some gymnastics, but not track and field. Good stuff.
All right, we'll call it since everybody's having issues. I know that's okay. Yeah, this is good.